Hi and welcome to episode 3 of 19 to 9. Before we get into today's video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We've got some really great things coming up tomorrow or in the next few weeks. Tomorrow I'm playing against a 12 handicapper here at Whitterbury. That 12 handicapper also happens to be my mother, so it'll be really interesting to see how that goes. Today's video though, so I've got a lesson with Richard Cartwright, who is the PGA Professional here at Whitterbury Hall Golf Park. Before that happens, I'm just going to have a few putts with my brand new putter and some brand new tailor-made TPX5s or TP5Xs. Let's have some fun. How have you been doing? Well?
I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. Nice and busy. Good. Nice and busy. And is this better than you've been hitting it, or worse, or about the same?
About the same.
So which one's been the bad shot you've been seeing more often?
Bad shot been seeing more often.
Is it the left, the right, the thin, the fat, the neck, the toe? Which one do you feel you've been seeing more often?
Probably heel.
More the heel?
Yeah.
Okay. She's feeling alright.
She's done alright. Again, if the pin was a tree, I'd be happy.
Absolutely. Right, let's have a couple with the driver. Let's have a bash with the big dog.
I'll make sure I aim down centre.
I was going to say, let's aim down toward, in between the 150s actually.
In between the 150s.
In between the 150s. Do you want the good news?
Go on.
That wasn't a hook.
Was it not?
No.
That was a draw.
It was a pull.
Okay.
It was a pull.
So I adjusted on my downswing, which unfortunately, ball out the centre of the glove.
That was pretty close to the centre, wasn't it? That was about as centre as it gets. They go pretty straight.
Yeah.
Okay, one more.
Only carried about 200. But
Again, I don't think the golf ball was up to much.
no.
Again, was that better or worse than your instant driver?
Probably slightly worse.
Slightly worse. Okay.
Not much worse.
Yeah.
With this driver, it is worse.
Yeah.
But with the updriver now,
Still that slight dispersion pattern with regards to the golf ball. So we've got that left one and we've got a bit of a right one. We've got 40
Yeah.
yards left and a 30 yards right.
none of them really. No, they didn't. In fact, they didn't slice,
Yeah, good.
which is good. Whether that's the club or whether that's me or whether it's balls, anything.
Yeah.
So that's positive.
Yeah. Good.
I've got rid of that. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's causing it.
Let's have a look. So it's with 6 iron first of all then. What do you reckon? Is it good or not so good?
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. I like it. Solid. Spine angle good, knees flexed nice, really nice and soft, arms hanging down nice and naturally, ball out the middle of the golf club. Yeah, I think it's solid. Very, very, very solid. Even when we see it from the front, nice and close together, arms straight, shoulders slightly tilted. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. Lovely start. Okay, let's have a look at the golf swing.
It's the downswing again, isn't it? Every time it's that downswing.
Let's have a look. Let's see if you're right.
Left knee was a little bit late in polling.
Agreed, yeah. Anything else? In fact, let me ask this question before we go ahead. Do you feel in the last couple of weeks what's let you down more? Is it more the accuracy or more the confidence?
It's usually accuracy. Accuracy has been my issue for
yeah. Okay. Now, this one went left. It's a good strike. It was out the screws. It went left.
Angle of the club head.
Oh, what about it?
Completely closed.
Correct. Absolutely. And it wasn't because of the strike. If it was at the heel end of the golf club in the air, more than likely we would have seen that. But we actually really ripped it. It was absolutely out of the screws. But it is very, very rotated. Same here. It's not quite as rotated, but it's a little bit too much. Let me show you one of the straightest golfers. Well, in fact, actually, Tommy Fleetwood. He's very straight as well.
What a beautiful camera that is.
It's a stunning camera, isn't it? Stunning. Absolutely stunning. One of the best swings in golf at the moment. Mr. Fleetwood. Beautiful mop of hair. I'm going to try and stop him around about.
So his leg is completely straight before he even hits the ball.
Agreed.
My left is still just not to focus just on that, but that's one thing.
Agreed. Have a look at his club face.
Yeah. Still quite open. But you can see the face of it.
I'm going to slightly change the terms there, and it's not opening. If it was open,
yeah,
that club face would be pointing towards the sky.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not. It's sort of pointing at right angles to him. So in other words, the face is pointing this way. It's not pointing down toward the ground. If it points down toward the ground, well, anything can happen. Usually we'll get that low left depending on where we strike the golf. So again, one of the straightest golfers, straightest hitters in golf lately. This guy's exactly the same. They've all got something in common. Kim Fury, the king of the swingers.
What a swing that is.
It's unbelievable.
How he makes that work is incredible.
It's difficult to see because it's a bit blurred, but again, you can see that face. It's not pointing down. It's pointing very, very, very square. Very, very square. So the leading edge of the golf club is pointing vertically as opposed to our leading edge.
Yeah,
very much an angle. So that's going to be our goal today with both the driver and the irons as well, to give you that more accuracy going forward.
Yep.
To really cut out those sort of big numbers, the doubles, the triples that might still be on our card to get that level.
Which certainly are, I think.
There we go, there we go.
Yeah.
So we've got to make sure that's a little bit square on the way through. Now the question is, how do we do that? Now, instead of me waffling about this two-dimensional world, I'm going to go back onto the stage and feel it. So, here we go. What I am fussed about is gaining control of the golf ball, and to do that we've got to gain control of the face. So here's what I want you to do. We're just going to do some through swings, and what I want you to do from the setup, just straight through, I want you to do two things for me. One, I want you to get the feeling the handle is going left, and I want you to get the feeling the club face is almost pointing towards the sky. Okay? I want you to get the feeling the handle's going left and the feeling the club face is pointing towards the sky. So what you'll get and the finish you'll get at the end is like this. The handle of the golf club is going left and the club head is above us here.
Yeah.
Imagine it like an umbrella. We've got the umbrella handle here, which is left of us, but the club head is very much the umbrella, so it's keeping us dry. If we turn that club face over, ooh, we're going to get a bit wet. We're going to get very wet. If we get wet, we get that curvy one to the left. So what I want you to try and do is get that feeling the handle is going left and the umbrella head is keeping us dry on the way through. We might get the odd pushy one, that's fine, but we'll completely cut the left side of the golf course out of play. And if we have one miss, fine. If we have two misses, game over. Game over, handicap's going to rock it up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. Here we go. So let me give you the feeling. So set up as you normally would do. Good. Okay, here we go. So keep the arms a little bit straighter. There you go.
I don't rotate like that.
Look at how posted that left leg is though as well. There you go.
Don't rotate where the cameras, I don't rotate like that.
Here we go. Don't care where the golf ball goes. I expect the golf ball to go pretty much, if you're aiming at the little tree, to go to the 150 post. How's it feel?
Odd.
Is it making sense?
Yes.
Good.
It's making this work with the swing. Because I feel like I'm coming round on it and then realising, oh crap, I need to move.
Fine. Good.
So I don't know if I'm moving too late, I don't know.
I wouldn't worry, good question, I wouldn't worry about the sequence.
Yeah.
I'd just get that feeling, then at the end, the handle's going left and the club head's above us.
Because I feel like I'm going round and then up like the first one.
Yeah, you will feel that. Because the handle and the club head, you're feeling going in completely different directions. Because you're used to set up as you normally would do. You're used to, this is me going to the extreme, you're used to that. We've now got to get used to that.
Yeah.
Okay? Nice golf shot. What's the contact like?
That one felt nice. I didn't feel like I hit it heavy.
Good.
I love that 150, man.
The great thing about it is, I know they're all going pretty much to the right, but it's all really repeatable. There's not one left, not one, and then right, and then one left and one right. They're all very, very repeatable. There you go, better. That's just more, that's a straight push. Straight push. Fine. Come and have a look at the video. Before and after. Which one's before, which one's after?
Well, I don't, that's before. Oh no, after, sorry. One on the left.
100%?
Yeah.
Sure?
No, but yeah, no, it's got to be. There's less golf balls on the floor.
Good observation. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on. Look at the club face.
My shoulders are a lot more feel vertical, and I've looked more over.
Yeah, they're a little bit more tilted, and as they should be. Golf's a tilting sport. That's absolutely what we want. So you can see here on this one, club face is a little bit more turned over. This is actually probably a better version, to be honest with you. It's probably not a great comparison. This is much better. One, we've got more tilt in the shoulders, and two, we've got that club face rotating less around, which makes it a lot easier to gain more repeatability and to make sure that golf ball doesn't miss over here.
Golf ball. Go anywhere.
Same thing. So we're going to aim again in between those two 150 posts. That's our fairway. It's about there.
I don't know about the club head. No idea.
Where does the ball flight tell us it was?
Well, this way.
Flight the ball tells it all.
Right, okay.
Flight the ball tells us everything. Absolutely dead straight, dead square. Had to be. Get that feeling at the end. Keep hold of the golf club. That's a sensation. Our body does something beautiful called self-analyze or self-diagnose, and it just allows itself to get into position. So we're not even thinking. Hopefully, we're not even thinking about where that left pocket is, the pelvis, the left knee. It just self-organizes itself. That's what's going to happen. So you've got to think of it in club terms. Getting that handle left, club head out on top of us, keeping us dry. Even then, oh my word, I mean, just need some fraction left. Right. It's so much more under control.
Yeah.
It's so much more under control. You can see
dispersion, centre of boat.
None of that. I just want slightly out the heel, slightly there. Look at that dispersion pattern. That's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Just by allowing ourselves to get that sensation on the way through, that handle going left and that club head above us. We don't want to allow that to happen. We want to allow that to happen on the way through.
Okay.
Any questions?
Give that a go. Just see what's up. Thank you, Richard. Thank you
Good to
very
see
much.
you. Thank you very much. Excellent stuff. Well done.
Okay, so you join me back out at the putting green, just having a few more putts with the putter before I go. As you did see, that was my lesson with Richard finished. We did work on the swing, getting that left hand over and really not closing the club face on the downswing. I just really hope this gets me closer to the single figures, and I'll see you soon.
Oh!